Okay, hello everyone. Today we are going to check the lesson 14. 今天我们看第14课。So the title 标题，你看过这个电影吗？ So the most important word here is 过. So normally after a verb indicate you have such experience. So the difference between 过 and 了 is 过 is much more emphasized. You have that experience. And some teachers also said when we use 过, there must be this past experience must have some influence to present to now. Like if I ask you, have you eat? 你吃了吗? And you say 吃过了. So normally here that means you already eat it. You have this experience. So now you wouldn't like to have it anymore. So you can also think about this also point to differentiate 过 and 了. And so my end of the sentence, yes or no question. Okay, so 这个 this one. And so normally when we're going to use the indicate the sayings, we also have to use the measure word like 个. So listening section 听力部分. So first part 第一部分 and check the picture first. 男人女人 and they're eating, right? So 他们在吃饭他们在吃饭正在吃饭 right? And B 这个男人他正在游泳 right? He's swimming now. And 第三个 third one. So 男人女人 so 两个人他们在跑步 and looks the weather is good, right? So 天气很好 And number 4 第四个 so 一个女人 right? And she's in the bookshop, so 书店 or maybe library 图书馆 and she's holding several books 她拿着几本书 right? Several books 几 and number 5 so this little boy so 这个男孩 always say maybe 儿子 right? 儿子 so he's playing computer 他在玩电脑 so from the Chinese context, I will say the sentence Matt is said by my mom, said by his mom. His mom said, "Don't play computer games anymore." So 别玩电脑了. Okay, let's check the script. And the first one, 下个星期我要和女朋友去看一次电影. So 下个星期 next week. Sometimes we could omit 个 here. 我要和 so I want 和女朋友 with girlfriend 去 to go 看 watch right so 一次 as a measure word of action so one time film so we're going to watch film or watch movie one time so here 我 and 女朋友 they are eating so 吃饭 right not watching movie 不是看电影所以是错的 so this is fourth and number 2虽然工作很忙但是我每天都游泳 so here's the important word so 虽然但是 so this is the second group of the conjunction word we learned for the complex sentence. We have learned 因为所以 right because of what so what and 虽然但是 that means although what but still what so 虽然 lead a clause indicate the situation and 但是 for the under these circumstances something still happened right so although the work very busy I still swim every day so swim right 对的游泳 and number 3你自己去跑步吧 so you yourself to go for running 我还有事情要做呢 I still have business have matters need to do right 要做呢 Okay, so here's two people's running, not one, right? So they are running together. 他们一起跑步 right? So this is wrong. 错的 Number 4, 第四个，这本书我看过很多次了。So this one book I read it. So 看过的 experience 看过很多次 I read it several times, many times. 真的很有意思 It's really interesting, right? 真的很有意思 So 有意思 this is a new word we learn. That means have the meaning, have fun. So 有意思 and also can attribute it with the adverb of degree, reading, right? So it's reading a book. She's holding a book and she's very happy. 她很开心 So I think she enjoys the book. 她喜欢这本书 Okay, and number 5. 长时间玩电脑对眼睛不好，但是儿子非常喜欢。So here we say, so 长时间玩电脑，时间 time 长时间 long time 玩电脑 play computer 不好 not good and for what for your eyes 所以对眼睛不好。但是呢 but 儿子非常喜欢 my son or son extremely like it. So it seems he's enjoy the computer games. 所以看起来他很喜欢。So it's correct. 好 ，Part Two 第二部分A，so 一个男人他在have the milk right，so 喝牛奶 and looks like he's having the breakfast， 他在吃早餐吃早饭 and B 这个女人 right she's bothered for something right she's tired she's busy so 她很忙 or 她很累 她很忙 or 她很累 and maybe she's sick 所以她身体不好或者说她不舒服 or we can say 她病了 she's sick right and number and C picture C so the woman hold a credit card and seems going to shopping right so 买东西 or we have the formal word 购物 and D so 踢足球 right example and E so maybe classmate so 我和同学 and we are on the bus 我们在公共汽车上 and they are used to paddle something together so they're watching something so 看着 we don't know what that is right maybe a book 他们在看书 and F so same playing basketball right so 打篮球 and the weather is good right so it's sunny day so 天气很好 okay let's check the script number 6爸爸你看过这个电影吗？我同学说很有意思。So Dad, so you watched. So do you have the experience of watch this movie? So my classmate, 我同学说 said 很有意思. It's very interesting. And reply 没看过. Okay, and for the sentence with 过 negative form, we use 没. Because it's past experience, right? So related, so when the sentence have the relation with the past, we'll always use may as a negative word. And 下星期 is next week. Actually, full form 下个星期我们一起去看吧. So we together to go to watch together. And bus suggestion. So watch movie and dad and son watch together. Maybe this one, so E, right? So looks the guy on the left side. So 左边这个人有点老. He's a little bit old, aged, and this could be her doctor, right? Her daughter, her daughter, 她的女儿. So this one we choose E, right? Number 6. And then number 7. 虽然是晴天，但是天气很冷. So although it's a sunny day, but the weather very cold. 没关系 it doesn't matter. 我还要和同学们一起打篮球呢. So I still need or going to with classmates 一起 together 打篮球 playing basketball. So 打篮球 F right. And number 8 一起吃早饭吧. So together have the breakfast bar suggestion invitation. And the woman said 我已经吃过了 so I already had it 你自己吃吧 so you yourself have it enjoy your meal so we see 吃过了 right so love for past tense and 过 is emphasize this experience and also the influence to the present so and here is actually is threefold I see this woman she also used 已经什么什么了 that means already so it's threefold emphasize that means I had it I already had it in the past so very interesting so breakfast 早饭 A right this man is eating the breakfast 他在吃早饭 and number 9第9个这次考试怎么样 so this time 次 measure word fraction 考试怎么样 how is this time examination 别说了 don't speak anymore. So definitely. So this is much more like the don't mention it, don't say about that. 很多学过的汉字我都不会写了。So a lot characters I have learned. So 我都不会写了。So I both don't know how to write. So this is also a sentence. How to say that? Subject. This is a sentence play as the whole sentence plays as a predict for this sentence, and we have learned this before, right? And also we said we could adjust the subject into the end of the sentence. 我都不会写很多学过的汉字了。So this is much more like to emphasize we use this structure. So for the examination and for the unhappy, since she's unhappy, right? She's annoying for she can't remember the things she learned before. So number 9, 第9个我们选 B, right? We choose B. Okay, and number 10, 第10个，别买衣服了。So don't buy any clothes. 我没那么多钱. So I don't have that much money, that many money. And reply, 没关系, it's fine, it doesn't matter. 我这儿有钱, so I here have money. So I have money, right? So C, this one, C. And I have to say this one is a little bit stereotype. That means why the woman always want to buy the clothes, and why should the man pay for it, right? So it's quite interesting. But this is a traditional Chinese idea. So in my hometown, we have we have we have proverb or the old things. We said man is the wind is bread maker and breadwinner, and the woman should be the banker. So that means that all the money the man gets should saved in should saved by should go into managed or saved to the saved in the women's place and let the women manage that. Traditional idea. Okay, and number 3, 第3部分. So let's check the choices first. A 一次 one time, B 两次. Okay, and here we see 两, right? For oral speaking, normally we see 两. Only 3 situations we use are. That is when we're going to count. First one is when we're going to count, right? 1, 2, 3, we say 一二三. And the second time we're going to name the order of something, like the first time, second time, third time, we say 第一次, 第二次, 第三次. And the third situation is when we're going to read the room number or we're going to read the cell phone number. We read that as R, but not 两. Okay, so that's why we here use 两. And then C, 三次, 3 times. So at here, the question should be 几次, right? How many times? So how many times you been Beijing, right? So 你去过几次北京? And I think the question include this word 过, emphasize the experience of somewhere. And 12, 第二个东西好 so things good, 便宜 cheap 东西不好 so things is not good but still cheap 便宜东西好不便宜 the things good, not cheap. Okay, so how is that thing? So 这个东西怎么样 怎么样 And 13, 太忙 too busy. B, 太累 too tired. And C, 不喜欢跑步 so I don't enjoy the running steps. So 第13 the question might be 你为什么不跑步 So why don't you like running? And to show the surprise we use 怎么你怎么不跑步 And 14 前天的今天的昨天的 So yesterday, today, and sorry, day before yesterday, so 前天 and 昨天 yesterday, 今天 today. Okay. And so it's 什么时候 right? It's when. That's about time. 什么时候 Or we can use the which day. So 哪天 But I think the question should ask 什么时候 And number 15 第15个不想让女的买 So doesn't want let the woman buy it. And B 想让女的们 won't let the woman buy. And C 200多块太贵了 So 200 and more dollars or renminbi or Chinese yuan. It's too expensive, right? Too expensive. Okay, let's check the script. So 11. 您是第一次来我们这儿吗 So are you the first time came to our places? Come to our place and respect you. So 不是 not 去年9月我来过一次。So last year 去年 right 去年9月September right 我来过一次。So I came the one time before. So the question 女的来过几次 Okay, here's a trick. It's just I have to use the F word. So the mask, is this the first time you've been here? And you say, no, I've been here one time before. So together with this time, you already been here 2 times. Okay, mathematical question. Okay, so this one we choose B, 2次. And number 12, 你在这个商店买过东西没有? So you have you bought anything? Like the shopping experience in this shop? And 没有, this is for the past tense, yes or no question, right? End of the sentence instead of 吗? And the reply 买过一次, so I bought one time. 这儿的东西还可以, it's okay. 就是不便宜, just not cheap. So the question 女的是什么意思? What's the meaning? So the thing's good but not cheap. So we reply 东西好对吗? It's okay. But not cheap 不便宜 So we choose C. And number 13 第13个明天一起去跑步吧 So tomorrow together to go to run steps. 你自己去吧 So you go yourself. 我还有很多工作要做呢 So I still have lots of jobs to do, works to do. And the question 男的为什么不去跑步 So why does a man don't go to run steps? So 太忙 right 很多事情要做 So a lot of work to do that means he's very busy. And number 14 第14个今天的报纸你看过了没有 So have you read today's newspaper? 没有 I haven't. 我在看昨天的报纸 I'm reading the newspaper of yesterday. And question 女的看的是哪天的报纸 So which day's newspaper does the woman read it? Okay, so this kind of question, important time is going to ask the day and experience the 2 times in the conversation. So you must pay attention to the question. You must. So at here, when you heard you heard 今天, so you mark it, and you heard 昨天, you mark it too. And then when you heard the question has said 女的看的是哪天? So ask the which day this newspaper does the woman is reading now. So we know it's yesterday, right? She haven't read today's newspaper, so at here we finally choose C. And number 15, 这件衣服不错. So this one clothes is not bad. 就是有点贵, just a little bit expensive. So 有点 before the adject as adverb of degree, so a little bit, right? And reply 200多还可以. So 200 yuan, 200 and more. Acceptable, right? Still fine. 喜欢就买吧 So if you like it, you buy it. So 喜欢就买吧 And question 男的想让女的买这件衣服吗 Seems he won't, right? 他说想让女的买 because he said if you like it, just buy it, right? So maybe they are still couple, they're still boyfriend and girlfriend. They haven't married. Maybe when they marry, the situation will change. Okay, and so this is the listening section. Let's check the reading section. 阅读部分 So part 1 第一部分 So A, so 小女孩 right, little girl, and she dressed a lot. So 她穿了很多衣服她穿的衣服很多 right? So you can see 她穿的很多 And seems the weather is really cold. So 天气非常冷 right? Extremely cold. And it's snowing, right? 下雪 falling to fall snow. And B, so this woman looks like a Chinese teacher, right? So 中国人 and 汉语老师 right? 汉语老师 and he's teaching now, right? And picture C, it's great word, right? So 长城 and 中国 right? 在中国 So it's for traveling, right? So maybe I want to visit 长城我想去长城 And D, playing basketball, right? So example. And E, so looks she's not good enough. 所以她的身体不舒服她的身体不好 And maybe she's she's got a fever, right? Or she catch a cold. We don't know, but maybe, but we sure 她生病了, right? She's sick. And F, she's happy, right? And it looks it's raining. So 下雨, right? 下雨 to fall rain, to drop rain. 下雨 and 她很开心, right? She's happy. 她很高兴. Okay, let's check the sentence. And number 16, 长城很漂亮. 我已经去过3次了. So here is the important word 长城. So if you haven't learned this word before, that'll be question. And also, and also it's at the beginning of the sentence. Like for the places in Chinese, the first syllable must be in capital, right? So, but this is also the beginning of the sentence. So first syllable at the beginning of the sentence also need to be in capital letter. So make it difficult to tell where it is placed. So if you don't know Changcheng, you can leave it here and do the rest, and then the one left, you could just fill it here. But as we know, Changcheng is Great Wall, so we choose C here. And number 13, 第17，来中国以后 ，so after came to China，我已经得过2次病了。So 得病so you can note down these words because we have learned 生病 before, right? 生病 before, that means sick, or we have learned 病 sick as a pure verb. But in Chinese, we also have this kind of structure like 得病 that means I got illness or I got sick. It's quite weird from the English, but we do have this kind of the way to represent I'm sick. So 得病. And this one much more emphasized is passively received the sick. So 得病, and 病 in this sentence is a noun. It's a noun. Actually, it's a noun, but it's a verb noun. Also, because at here, so we say the 次, right? But 次 is to describe 得. And also pay attention to these characters. So for this character, we have learned this before as a mark of complement after the verb, between the complement and the verb action. But actually, this character have three or let me think, three pronunciation, and each pronunciation indicates different meaning. And here it's pronounced as 得. 得 means you get something, you get something, you achieve something. So it's different from the character we learned before, the meaning, different meaning. Okay, so 得病 means sick, and this one, she's sick, right? So even you don't know this one, we have learned 病, right? So you can also figure out this guy, this lady, she's sick. So we choose E here. And number 18, 第18, 虽然是晴天，但是很冷. So although it's sunny day, but still very cold. So cold, so A looks more cold, and the F, maybe she dressed a lot, maybe cold. We are not sure, right? So we skip this one, go to the 19. 先看第19. And 不下雨了. So no raining anymore. So le at the end of the sentence indicates the changing. Means before it's raining, now it's not. So 天晴了, the day is sunny now. So no raining. Seems this one, right? F. So then we are very sure for the number 18, it's A, right? So this little girl is making snowman. 好，她在堆雪人。And 20, 我们已经学过这个汉字了。So we already have the experience of learning this one character. So we have learned this character before. And so B, right? So Chinese teacher one. Okay, and part 2, 第二部分 fill the blanks with the words. A, 有意思 interesting, right? Adject. So normally before that could be adverb of degree, like the 很 or 有点儿 or 非常, right? And B, 但是 so conjunction word normally lead the second clause, right? In a complex sentence. And the C is meaning, right? Is meaning. So it's a noun, right? And 过 so word to emphasize the experience normally after a verb. And the quick experience, we have learned this before, and it's example. And I've 听说, so heard from someone. So normally at the beginning of the sentence or close or closely tied with the subject, before the subject or after subject. So we will see. And 21, 老师的话是什么什么是什么？我没听懂。So I haven't understand. I heard that, but I haven't understand. So 懂 is a result complement of 听. So I heard that, but I haven't understand. So what's the meaning of he said, right? So is what's the meaning that the teacher's sentence? What's the meaning of teacher's sentence of teacher's word? I haven't got it, right? So I heard that, but I haven't got it. And 22, 我什么什么这本书非常好看但是我还没看过。So I what this one book very very good to look, good to reading, right? 但是 but 我还没看过。I still haven't read it, right? I still haven't read it. So 听说 right? Right? 我听说 I heard someone said, right? This is much more proper here. And 23那个电影太什么什么了，我已经看过2次了。I already watched 2 times. So 太有意思了 right? This 太 what was the adverb of degree indicates the degree is really high. So before that normally should be an adjective. So this one we choose A, right? And 24, 虽然工作很忙 so although the work very busy, 什么什么我每个星期都要运动 so I each week both need work. So exercise, right? Exercise, 运动 do some exercise. So 但是 right? So conjunction word we learned in this lesson. So 虽然但是 although what but what. And 25, 我已经去什么北京好几次了 so several times 好 before the quantity indicates that's not less quantity but a large quantity. 但是还想再去玩玩 but still want go again, right? 再in the future, right? Again in the future. 玩玩 play. So duplicate of the verb means we do that action largely. So this one we choose 去过, right? So 过 去 is a verb, so we use 过 去过. So I have the experience being Beijing several times. Okay, and the third part 第三部分. So let's check the original sentence first. 26, 昨天和朋友们在外边玩了一个晚上，很累，但是非常高兴。So 昨天 yesterday 和朋友们 with friends 在外面 so outside somewhere we don't know, right? So 玩了 so played 一个晚上 so one night 很累 very tired 但是非常高兴 but extremely happy, so extremely cheerful, right? So the inference 昨天玩的不好 so yesterday played not good. It's good, right? Because she said it's extremely happy. So this one 错 27, 他做的菜比我做的好吃 so 他做的菜好吃 so we can delete this actually 但是因为工作忙他很少做 but because the work is very busy she did it very less 她很少做 she cooked very less and so 他做的菜 the dish he made delicious. And how is this kind of delicious? So compare with the one I made. So 比我做的菜 we omit the dish here because we don't want to repeat it. And so 但是因为工作忙 but because of work is very busy, he's very light to cook. And the inference 他不会做菜 he don't know how to cook dish. 错的 is wrong, right? He made it very good. 很好吃。28, 我和朋友们去过这家商店，还在这儿买过2次东西。So I with friends 去过 so visited this shop before, right? So 还在 also at here bought 2 times things. So bought some things here 2 times, right? So 这个商店他去过2次。 Okay, so this one is very tricky one. So I have discussed with my colleagues before because his students confused by this one. So for this question, there are several ways to understand this one because so I and friends we have visited this shop before, and we also have bought 2 times things here. So definitely he have visited this shop 2 times because he bought 2 times things. So at least he been there 2 times. And the only question is, you think about it, at here we emphasize the experience of he visited here 2 times, or we emphasize that he bought some things here 2 times. Because in Chinese 2 times, like we have the word like 这两天, these 2 days. But as I have mentioned before, 这两天, this is approximate number. It doesn't mean these 2 days, exactly 2 days. It means recently. So at here, if we say 我去过2次, that also doesn't mean exactly 2 times. It could be I've been there several times. So this one could be tricky. Should we think about it? He been there more than 2 times, or as we said, he bought 2 times. He bought things here 2 times, so he visited this place 2 times or more, several times more. It's quite tricky, but from my perspective, in my opinion, this is the level of HSK2. It's not that difficult. So think as simple as you can. So what I have mentioned in the last 2 minutes, it's just a discussion between me and my colleagues. We are the Chinese teacher. We have to discuss this kind of the possibility. For the students, if they go to the higher level, they will meet this kind of situation again. So how should we think about this one? But this is HSK2. So what they said is just what they're going to test. So at here we just assume he been this shop 2 times because he bought 2 times. He bought things 2 times in this shop. So this one, as easy as possible, we think is correct, 是对的。So 29从学校到机场坐出租车要1个小时。So from school to airport, by taxi need 1 hour. So remember, 个 measure word for 小时. Don't drop this one. It's quite important. 我们10点的飞机 So our flight 10 o'clock. 8点从学校走可以吗 So 8 o'clock, we leave or we go from school. Is that okay? 可以吗 And the inference, 他们要坐8点的飞机 So it's 10点的飞机 right? It's not 8点 So 这个错 Number 13, 30. 小李说这个电影很有意思 小李 said this one movie very interesting. 但是我没看过 but I haven't watched it. I haven't watched it. I don't have the experience of watching it. So 小李看过这个电影 So 小李 watched this one movie. So think as easy as you can. So don't detective, don't be too detective. So we just assume he watched this one. Xiao Li have watched this movie before, so he said it's very interesting. So we think this correct. So HSK2, don't think too much. That he heard from some other peoples is possible, but not for HSK2. Okay, and then part 4 第4个部分，你出去的时候多穿些衣服。So the moment you go outside, right? 多穿些衣服 so more dress, clothes. And B, 你在那个商店买过东西吗 So do you have the experience of buy things in that shop, in that one shop? And C, 妈妈告诉过我很多次 So mom told me several times, a lot of times. 长时间玩电脑和手机对眼睛不好 So long time play computer and cell phone is not good, and not good for what? Not good for your eyes. 对眼睛。And D, 没学过 haven't learned. 听说很难 So heard is very difficult. 但是很有意思 but very interesting. And E, 他在哪儿？你看见他了吗 So where is he? Have you seen him? So example, right? F 没关系 it doesn't matter 喜欢就买吧 So buy it if you like it 喜欢就买 Bad suggestion So 31啊，你学过汉语吗 So do you have the experience of learning Chinese? And 没学过 So the hint 学过听说很难但是很有意思 So hard is very difficult but very interesting So 你同意吗 Do you agree? Okay, so this one we choose D 32今天真冷第一次到了零下10度 So today really cold So 第一次 So D is number right So 第一次 first time 到了 So 到 we say is arrive reached So 到了 arrived 零下 minus 10 degree So 到了0度 So it's the cold day So when you go outside you should dress more right? So this one we choose A So 你出去的时候多穿些衣服 So more dry clothes And 33所以我现在很少玩电脑和手机了 So I present time now very less play computer and cell phone So it's because it's not good for your eyes right So C And 34我很喜欢这件衣服 So I really like this one clothes但是觉得有点贵 But I feel it's a little bit expensive 有点贵 And buy something 买 right so F 喜欢就买 So it doesn't matter if you like it buy it right So 喜欢both have 喜欢 And 35三十五东西还可以而且很便宜 So things is okay and it's also very cheap right and it's very cheap So have you bought things in that shop before the things is good and very cheap So 35 we choose B Okay, so this is all things about the lesson 14, right? Let me check. Lesson lesson 14, right? All things about lesson 14 第14课 And hope you did all the questions right 希望你都做对了 And see you next time 下次见 So if you have any question, also if you have question, 如果你有问题 so you can leave the comments below the video. So I will reply as soon as possible.